Oke, mungkin kita mulai aja ya. Karena sudah jam 1:05. Okay, good afternoon everyone. Welcome to our sixth meeting of our program. And today we will have two speakers. The first one is Bapak Muhammad Rosihan Hendrawan, and the second one is Bapak Yopi Tahara. And today's topic is about society and culture. But before we start the lecture, let me introduce you to our speakers. Bapak Muhammad Rosihan Hendrawan is a lecturer in Universitas Brawijaya, Malang, Indonesia, and he teaches in the Faculty of Administrative Science in Universitas Brawijaya. And the second one, we have Bapak Yopi Tahara. He is a lecturer at Universitas Abdurrahman Saleh Situbondo, and he's part of our faculty of letters. And today he will deliver a topic on politeness. Okay, without further ado, I will deliver the next session. We'll hand in the next session to our first speaker, Bapak Hendra. Pak Hendra, the time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Mrs. Nina, and all of dear participants and speakers, Bapak Yopi Tahara. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Yeah, may I share my screen?
Yeah,
okay.
Please.
I'm sorry, the host disabled participants screen. Maybe I'm not admin or co-host.
Oh yeah, okay. Just wait a minute. Yeah. Done.
Okay. Okay, have you see my slides?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Nina. I will start my presentation today. And yeah, good afternoon, distinguished committee, all of participants, ladies and gentlemen from Indonesia and Uzbekistan.
Ini waktunya dosen di Indonesia.
Depending on where you are to join us from, I'm very honored and fortunate to be here to join international short course program that organized and helped by Faculty of Letters.
I'm sorry.
Please mute. Miss Nina, mute.
Oh yeah. Okay. Bapak Hendra, could you please unmute your microphone?
Okay, can you hear?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe it's network is very maybe. Okay. Good afternoon, distinguished committee and all of participants, ladies and gentlemen from Indonesia and Uzbekistan. Yeah, depending on where you are to join us from, I am very honored and fortunate to be here to join international short course program that organized and held by Faculty of Letters, Universitas Abdurrahman Saleh Situbondo, Indonesia, in collaboration with Department of Foreign Language, Tashkent State University of Law, Uzbekistan. Wow. My name is Muhammad Rosihan Hendrawan. I am going to talk about practice of digital literacy in social context. This is my some preliminary research in subject, yeah, in my university, and I will ask you maybe before I start, who has ever heard the phrase of digital literacy before? Yeah, who has ever heard the phrase digital literacy? And maybe who has heard of information culture or social context in literacy? Maybe. Yeah, especially in academic environment, maybe it will be more interesting today to discuss with you all, because the digital literacy is the 21st century issues, yeah. And this agenda is we will talk about what is digital literacy, yeah. And the digital literacy is practiced in society. And the third is digital literacy and the role of the knowledge-based society. And the last is challenges in implementing in digital literacy in society. So have you seen this maybe media information, and maybe you have read about the news, digital literacy and COVID-19 and so on. Yeah, digital literacy is very challenging today. And we know that the global internet user by the region is very, very friendly, and the good determination all of countries, especially in Central Asia, maybe Uzbekistan in Central Asia, 0.9% is very, very, it's very good. Like in Southeast Asia, in Indonesia, 90.9%. And we know that about the digital literacy is just not a technology, because digital literacy is ability, how to understand, evaluate, create, and integrate information in various digital formats via computers and internet. This is from Glister. Glister is the first person or academia or scientist to mention the digital literacy term in the world in 1997. And the second one is a set of attitude, understanding and skills to handle and communicate information and knowledge by effectively in a variety of media and formats from Bowden. Bowden is a scholar from information science. In 2008, he mentioned about the digital literacy in his book. And digital literacy especially consists of 3 dimensions. The first is technical, cognitive, and sociological skills. So is it important? If you have a question, is it important? Yes, it's very important nowadays. And because digital literacy supports individuals to learn how to learn effective, explore other skills, including accessing and updating knowledge, and can be a solution to fix problem in a digital society. Digital literacy including 3 phase. The first is information presentation, how to present information, how to collect and present information. The second is how to organize information, like you have some describe information, catalog maybe, or metadata and so on. The third one is information evaluation, and information evaluation is how to measure the information, the quality of information, not only quantity, but the quality of information through use of digital tools and digital sources. Many digital sources, not only in computer or not only in gadget or handphone, but all of digital resources or gadget. And digital literacy issue, we have 5 until today. The first is digital divided. Digital divided is not balanced about how to use digital tools maybe, and digital skill and the digital knowledge each other in people and each in society. The second one is inclusivity. Inclusivity is how to open and how to make each other to collaboration and how to understood each other like this, and how to share about knowledge, information, and so on. And the third one is competence and collaboration. Competence and collaboration is very emerging issue in digital literacy, because we have information professional and information scientists, and we have people and our society to implement the digital literacy. And fourth is access and security. The issue is access and security, how to access the information and how to make it secure, and how to make it enable to make it safe, how to balance safe and privacy, privacy and open. And the third, and the last is ethics. we call in Indonesia is etika. Yeah, ethics is very issue in digital literacy, because digital literacy is not only the technology that I have mentioned before, because digital literacy, it's about culture and attitude. Yeah. Okay. If we say about technology, we have three aspects of technology, not only one, not only the hardware maybe, or not only the software maybe, or not only the brainware, but technology have cultural aspects. Yeah, cultural aspects like purposes. What the purposes of to making the technology, all of technology? What the values of the technology, and what is a code of ethics to use the technology? And so we have a beliefs in how to use good technology, and creativity and awareness to make it good in all of our day. And the second aspect is technical aspect. Yeah, and the technical aspect, we have knowledge, skills, competencies, and work tools, machine, and infrastructure. Infrastructure like not only the gadget, or not only the computer. Maybe we know maybe some people say that digital is only computer. No, because the digital have infrastructure. We call it such as a library, such as information resources, knowledge center, and so on. And the third one is organizational aspect. The first is leadership. We have leadership. We should have leadership in this use of technology and professionalism. How to use technology to be a professional, not only use technology to be what is it, same as usual. And we have authority and facilities. This is organizational aspect. And digital literacy practice in society. What is the practice? Let's see that what is the practice. Now, digital literacy have a digital culture and digital literacy itself. Yeah. Digital literacy have extended from the digital culture because it's a series of interrelated technologies resulting in social practice which challenge or question the validity of existing and established sociocultural cultural norms. And in essence, digital culture consists of modes, yeah, of communication and information exchange that replace and enhance, retransform knowledge both in term of form, format, and in term of way that knowledge acquire and disseminate, share or disseminate, yeah, information dissemination. And the last one is the concept of digital culture here, balance the concept of the digital divide, because it has been reduced to merely a form of socioeconomic condition. And implementations, the example is implementation in school or university. Digital literacy includes the skill and knowledge students need to, yeah. The first is how to create information, or how to create a digital information, digital knowledge, yeah, how to manage it, communicate it, and examine data, information, and ideas. The second is solve a problem and work together, yeah, like a collaboration, both university in and outside the university. And the third is critically identify and appropriately use digital device and system. And the fourth is how to continuously learn to take advantage of available technology, have adapt to its change. And the second one is protect yourself and your friends, yeah, from bad things on internet and social media. Yeah, jadi digital literacy have 5 aspect, yeah, in today, and so we call it now is semantic information concept. And digital literacy, we have information concept, especially like in semantic, not only in syntax, but special in semantic, because information is structured data, yes, well formed and meaningful as semantic information. The data must also be true. Yeah, this is the key, must be true. Yeah, and data is in human language syntax. If a syntax concern on grammar, while semantic refers to meaning, how language is understood. Data is very well performed. Data is what is it? We call it the material of information, and information material of knowledge. So it's one it will be approached with environmental and semantic content. And in information, we have factual and instructional. And now in today, yeah, nowadays we have a term about disinformation. Yeah, this is information like hoax, like fake news, and so on. This information is intentional, like untrue factual data that is semantic factual, contains fact, but is intentionally convey is not the truth. That's why, because information is semantic information is the data must also be true. And we know that about the unintended, intentional, and intentional, like disinformation and misinformation. This is from the Stanford Encyclopedia of Philosophy. And we know, yeah, about the digital literacy levels, or in Indonesia is tingkatan literasi digital, ya. Yeah, digital literacy levels is we have 3, yeah. Level 1 is digital competence, such as skill, knowledge, skill, concept, approach, and attitudes. It's very, very basic about the level of competence, because ethics is number 1. Yeah, attitudes is number 1, and skills number 1. So we up to level 2 is digital usage. Digital usage is professional and discipline application. So it's very, very practice about the digital literacy for our life and our maybe work every day. And up to level 3, the third level is digital transformation. This is very, very what is it, sophisticated, yeah, because it has innovation and creativity. Yeah, it's very, very highest level in the level 3. We have some what is it, scale maybe in digital literacy to make information, digital information, to share or to create, or what is it, to share and to disseminate, yeah. But if we don't have ethic or attitude, it's no meaning. Yeah, because attitudes and ethics will be make information is information quality. Yeah. Okay. Nowadays, suddenly digital. Yeah. We have online seminar like today. We have online concert, music concert or performance, and everywhere. And online sport Olympic maybe, or SEA Games, yeah, in Indonesia. And we have online class, yeah, in our university and our campus, and online religious discourse or Indonesia in ceramah online, yeah. Every day we saw in maybe in television or YouTube and other media. And yeah, online meeting, yeah, every day we have some online meeting with our friend, our college, our family, and so on. So the COVID-19 or pandemics, we should be make it some what is it, competence in digital literacy. And yeah, like this, yeah, this is children from kindergarten to study with their teacher in the pandemic. This is the gadget. I took it from International Children Digital Library because it's very interesting to use some open source of knowledge. Yeah, like this. This is a readership. If you see this gadget, if you see this gadget, we have a screen, in screen now. 50% of ICDL, International Children Digital Library user have a screen of 1024 and 768 or more. Yeah, this is a readership of the screen, of the gadget for the children. This standard from the International Children Digital Library because the standard is more specific to help children to learning from the home. And we know that the practice conventional now, and digital, we know that what is the benefit. Conventional, like note taking, diagram, and flowchart. So we know about the digital now, like a brainstorming, concept maps, software. We have a software inspiration, free mind, and etc. And the software is not only proprietary, but the open source and freeware or shareware is included in here. So like a formal writing until a collaboration working group in the same physical setting or the others. Like now, today, we have a discussion from Zoom. This is online presentation or online conference software. And what is digital literacy and what is the role of digital literacy in the knowledge-based society? So knowledge in context, we have three concepts in knowledge in concept. The first is sacralization of writing by religion. Whatever is religion is Islam, Christianity, and Hindus or Buddhists or so on. We have sacralization about the writing, especially is in Islam is Al-Quran. We have a holy book, Al-Quran, is very sacralization, and the scientific or the science or scientific truth, truth writing and reading to make it make the system of the religion, the sacralization of writing to use in a scientific truth, like how to make some good paper, some book, good book or writing or so on. You have to write down, and you have a reading, the good reading. You have a good learner is a good reader, and like a citation, the citation concept from Islam, from religion, especially in Islam, is very powerful citation or riwayah. In hadith, we have term of perawi, in hadith, Bukhari and Muslim, we have example from them, and the scientific or the science is very appreciate about citation, and the writing or reading is we call it a memory and identity. The knowledge in context have need to be governed, good governance, and we have to govern. We need a literacy. We need a epistemic culture, or the special culture to be a long life learning. We call it as epistemic culture. Digital literacy is a verb, not only not only word, digital literacy is a very real-time interaction, learning style, and it can be communication, content-based, intercultural, not only one nation, not only one person, and not only one family, but it's very, very globally intercultural. And we have to be a collaboration, creativity, and involvement in these issues. And knowledge practice model, we have this in digital literacy. The first is individual. The second is from our college, our office, work at our work unit. And the third is interest group and the community of practice. This is the model of knowledge practice to how to build our literacy, digital literacy especially. And the simple framework for managing knowledge is the end of benefit is creating good governance and equality for the people, for the process and technology. The first is creation and invention. We need a repository because we have selecting and collecting, and should be preservation and repackaging the information. Eventually, the information is a selective of information and the truth of information. And the second is to ensure availability or dissemination and ease of access. We need information retrieval system or retrieval system. We need network and good network and infrastructure and metadata. Metadata is information representation and organization, and the knowledge strength is collective memory will be to be our identity, and knowledge asset is very, very valuable because knowledge asset is our various type system and supporting how to make digital literacy fluently and good in our society. And what is challenging in implementing digital literacy? Okay, if you have maybe a millennial now, maybe a student, now the student or millennial generation is very, very famous about this. And this is anecdote from some books, like Max Bransky and Stephen Gillett is entrepreneur. Like he remembered his mom and dad yelling at him, for playing too much. They didn't know that he had 200% online guild to manage. How to make it some anecdote in digital literacy. And we have in digital literacy self-image, internal, both internal and external. If we have in the middle self, we have a self-expression, like we have assemblies, we have everyone or every of us, we have social media, we have email, we have Twitter account, or we have Instagram, and so on. And we have a self-expression in the internet or in our gadget. And the internal is we have to care of ourselves. Don't remember, because only self-expression is not enough. Because internal care of self, like ethic and attitude. And we have the lifestyle modification, because the pandemic, especially in work from office and work from home, that's interconnected. Yes, especially in urban lifestyle, non-physical and physical. When the non-physical is sedentary, real-time, time-based, and green, not only in the room, not only in the place, but real-time and very, very time-based. And the physical is movement, geographical, spatial-based, and non-green. This is the lifestyle of modification. And what is digital literacy sustainability? We have just three. The first is users. User is brainware. User have ethics. User have culture, and user have built the the society. And user have ICT. ICT is just a tools, just infrastructure, just a tool to help make to help us to make content. Content, what's the content? Is information, data, knowledge, and so on. And the sustainability supporting by three aspects. The first is social sustainability. It's the first aspect, and the second is environmental sustainability, and the third is economic sustainability. And what is digital literacy and technology? The relation, and digital literacy should be seen as a series of situated practices. For example, knowledge situation in socio-cultural context of society, which includes social order or self-development. And the second one is social integration with socio-cultural activities is required and must be in line with the change of teaching paradigm if we have in university or school, from which originally relied on passive learning to participatory learning. And this in turn was influenced by a comprehensive reform of education in society. Digital literacy itself is actually a textual practices, which is the product of paradigm shift in viewing and literacy. And the second is most literacy is only seen from the point of view of technological devices. But now literacy is a distinctive form of social practice. This digital literacy needs to be jointly responded by all parties involved in the community or society. And the development of ICT in general and media technology is particular has fundamentally influenced that way people view their lives and about freedom of communication in particular. But each new development in ICT and media technology immediately raises the issues of the access to and to control of digital ecosystem in society, because this actually contribute to change in the literacy paradigm as mentioned above. And the last is it's clear that both digital literacy is a socio-cultural phenomenon that is influenced by development of digital technology and attitudes, and response of people to this phenomenon will determine how they participate. This is the last one of my slide. Digital literacy is part of lifelong learning, because core goals of improving learning outcomes and preparing students to become 21st century citizen. If we have concern in education and student learning and academic performance, and we have also school environment and student behavior, and we have student life outside the school of environment. This is my presentation. Thank you. Kata Rahmat, terima kasih banyak.
Okay, thank you so much for your presentation, Pak Hendra. Dear participants, we will give you the question and answer sessions after the second presenter deliver his topic. Now, we will continue to our next session. It will be the second presentation that will be delivered by Pak Yofi Tahara, and he will discuss a topic on politeness, particularly that deals with Indonesians. Okay, Pak Yofi, you can start now.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Nina. Before I start my presentation, may I share the screen?
Yes, please.
Okay. Before I start the presentation, I want you to look at this video before. Okay. Can you see the video?
Yes.
Okay.
Does it have sound?
Yes, it is. Can you hear the sound?
No.
Can you hear the sound?
Not
Okay,
yet.
wait a minute. Okay. Can you hear that?
No, we can't.
No.
No. Wait a minute. Can you hear that?
Not yet, Pak Yopi. May I know what browser do you use? Do you use Mozilla or Chrome? Sometimes the same problem occurs when we use Mozilla.
No, it is. Okay, wait. Wait a minute.
Okay, students, while waiting for Pak Yopi, you can start typing your questions if you have any. You can type your questions on the chat box. Pak Hendra will answer your questions later after the second presentation ends.
So I have downloaded the video and then I don't know how to play it in a Zoom.
Maybe you need a video player. You need to open the video player first.
Yeah, I have opened it.
And you can start the screen sharing.
Wait a minute. Okay. Okay. Okay, Miss Nina, can you hear the sound?
Yeah. No.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. Maybe you can.
Okay, well, skip this. This is talking about politeness, different culture between Japanese people and American people. For the Japanese people, is eating noodles with a like that. The sound
Slurping.
Slurping, yeah. And then the American is confused how to use the chopstick, and then okay, it is funny, I think, because of different culture. Okay, stop. Okay. Okay, can I start?
Yeah, yes, please.
Okay. Okay. Good afternoon to all of participants and to Mr. Hendra and then Miss, I forget the name.
It's Munisa.
From Munisa from Uzbekistan, and then to all students from Indonesia, especially UNAS University, and then the students from Tashkent State of Law University. Today we are going to talk about politeness, and this is what is politeness? Politeness actually. Politeness is rational behavior aimed at the strategic softening or mitigation of face-threatening act. Face, it means that do not face, literally face. It is the public self-image, what a person wants for himself. It refers to that emotional and social sense of self that everyone has and expect everyone else to recognize. So politeness, why politeness? Why I choose the topic politeness? Because this is important to know before we communicate, we interact with other people from other country, from other places. We need to know the concept of politeness itself. So Brown and Levinson suggest that need to be polite is common to all cultures. So in order to enter into social relationship like this with Uzbekistan and Indonesia, we have to know about the concept of politeness. And then we have two kinds of politeness. We have a manner and linguistic politeness. In a linguistic politeness, the way people choose to speak and how to hearers react to their speech. And a manner, it means that how to be polite, of being polite, showing good manners and consideration for other people. Two kinds of politeness here. I will discuss a little bit about politeness interaction, and then define as the means employed to show awareness of another person's face. In the sense, politeness can be accomplished in situations of social distance or closeness. So I will ask you, can someone answer my question from Uzbekistan? How to call your teacher in Uzbekistan? Hello? Someone can answer my question from Uzbekistan? The way how to call your teacher or lecturer in Uzbekistan? Do you just call his or her name?
It's common to call us. I'm a teacher, Munisa, so they call our name and add our father's name.
Oh, I see. So you just call the name of your teachers?
Name with father's name. It will be like surname, but not surname actually. It's just father's name added.
Oh, I see. Okay. So in Indonesia, it is polite if you put Pak or Bapak, sir, before the name to call the teachers or lecturers. So we have different concept of politeness in Indonesia and Uzbekistan then. So this is the interactions, and then politeness and culture. Why politeness have different concept? Because the society itself that shape that they have agreement to show or to agree the politeness, it is polite or not. So the concept of politeness is crucial in any communication, but particularly in cross-cultural communication. So the culture must be taken into consideration. So it is polite in Indonesia, but it is not polite or impolite in Uzbekistan. It is possible like that. So norms of politeness vary from culture to culture. So next. Okay. In a language or in a linguistics politeness, I have 4 kinds of strategies for in a communications to show our politeness. First is both on record, positive politeness, and negative politeness, and off record. So the 4 strategies proposed by Brown and Levinson in 1987, and both on record is the first strategy. Brown and Levinson define as a direct way of saying things. It doesn't lead hearers to misunderstanding and misinterpretation. So it is directly clear and unambiguous and concise way. And the example is, tell me how the meeting goes. So do you think, what do you think about these expressions? So tell me how the meeting goes. If you meet with the friends and then you ask about the meeting, and then you say that, tell me how the meeting goes, it is polite for them because of the closeness of the relations. So this strategy is common applied when the speakers and hearers have known each other well. So they know each other, and then they have a friendship, maybe more than 1 year, or so they have a close relations. So but on record is the first strategy. And then positive politeness, the strategy which is oriented by speakers and then toward the positive face or the positive self-image of hearers that speakers claims for himself. And then it is expressed by satisfying the hearers a positive face. It is shows by compliment, like the dress works perfectly on you, babe. And then it is usually used familiar dress terms like honey, maid, bud, babe, like that. So that's the second strategy. And then the third strategy is negative politeness. Negative politeness strategy as repressive actions addressed to hearers. And then negative face, he's want to have his freedom of actions unhindered and his attention unimpeded. A speaker may use hedges or hedging. Speakers usually use hedging, convey pessimism in the utterance, and then it intends to create distance between speakers and hearers to show respect behavior. So, for example, the snack, if you may, you say to your friends or to other people, take the snack if you may. So you not threaten the face of the hearers. And then I hesitate to trouble you, but this is the way to apologize in a negative politeness. And off-record strategy. Off-record is communicative act, which is done in such way that is not possible to attribute one clear communicative intention to the act. And it is used in direct communication, and it allows hearers interpret an intended meaning to utterance themselves. Speakers can avoid the responsibility of doing FTA or face threatening acts. For example, you are having a dinner and then the vegetable soup is a bit bland. So it intended to want someone to take you salt. So by saying the vegetable soup is a bit bland. Okay, this is the way you make it more polite in English, but I have some example here, like that's bad idea. I'm not sure that that's a good idea. And can I smoke here? Would you mind if I smoke here? So this is the way how to make it polite, more polite. Okay. And what about the manner in Indonesia? If you are going to Indonesia someday and then want to be polite, you want to interact with Indonesian people, first thing if you know Indonesian language, communicate with unfamiliar and elder people in formal language. That's the first thing you need to do in Indonesia. And then the second, I have discussed a little bit, when you address someone, use these specific terms before mentioning the name. Bapak or Pa and Mr. Ibu, in short for Bu, and then for Mrs. And then Mas for young man and Mbak for young miss or young woman. So Mbak Munisa or Bu Munisa, that's the way how to call in Indonesia. Should I call Mbak or Bu? Bu Munisa. Okay, Bu Munisa. That's the way to a manner to be polite in Indonesia. If you disagree, and then the third one, if you disagree with someone or if you want to express your dissatisfactions, avoid to raise your voice and to lose your composure. So if you disagree, if you have confrontation with people in Indonesia, do not express with your voice. I don't like that. So if you don't like, for example, you are going to restaurant and then you buy a bakso or satay, and then you think that the bakso is not good, and then you say, I don't like this. So, and then you confrontate with the seller, and then don't raise your voice. Just tell them that, oh, the bakso is good, but it is a little bit sour, or well, yeah, another expression that you can use to say that the bakso is not good. Okay, that's the way to be polite in Indonesia. Okay, and then the next thing, don't shake a hand with someone or give some things to Indonesian with left hand. It's really disrespectful to Indonesian people, because a left hand usually used for dirty work, and then you have to give the things with the right hand. I have two friends from Uzbekistan. They know exactly how to be Indonesian after they came to Solo, and then they learn Bahasa Indonesia, and then they learn how about the culture of Indonesia before studying in Indonesia, and then they know exactly how to be polite and how to do something in Indonesia. For example, I went to one of restaurant with him, and then he said that he wants to order es teh manis or iced tea, and his voice is low, and then the way he order is more polite than Indonesian, I think. So Uzbekistan people really easily, I mean, smart to study the culture of Indonesia. This is both of my friends is the, I think is the representative of Uzbekistan's people for me. That's my point of view about Uzbekistan people. And then next to the next, what you have to do is, especially in Java Island, smile and say hello for everyone that you pass, even if you don't know that person's. Okay, this is one of the culture of Javanese or Indonesian people. They don't know each other, but sometimes they, not sometimes, more often they say hello and smile to each other, whether they don't know exactly what is it, what is it. And then if you pass the house of Indonesian people or Japanese people especially, and then you have to say hello. Hey mas, missy mas, excuse me. That's the way or the manner to be polite in Indonesia. And then the next, the manner to be polite in Indonesia, don't forget to remove your shoes or sandals at the door of to a house. Shop and public places sometimes also apply that the sandal is not allowed to enter. So how to know that the shop and public places is not allowing you to use sandal? Just follow the local people and will be easily to know that when to remove it. So this is the culture or for Indonesian people. And then don't act in public to intimate. So this is one of Eastern culture, that you are not allowed to kissing or hugging and excessive touching, especially in a Muslim island. Indonesia, like Bali, you can kiss or hugging. Many times I found bule or strange tourists from other countries intimate kissing and hugging in a beach in Bali. But in a Java or Lombok, what about in Lombok, Mr. Hendra? It is impolite you to kissing or hugging, excessive touching in that island. And then the next, when okay, and then when pointing at something, people, especially Japanese, tend to use the thumb rather than index finger. And then that's the culture of Indonesian. So when you're pointing something, using thumb is more polite than index finger. And then avoid standing with his hand on hips, as it can be construed as an anger or treat, especially in Java Island. So when you put your hand on a hips, then you call someone from Indonesia or Javanese people, and then you will be punched at your face. Okay. Sometimes you show you act like an anger. You show your anger. That's if you put your hands on hips. And avoid touching or passing object over the top of anyone's head, as it is viewed as the most sacred body part. So head is the sacred body part. So you are not allowed to touch the head of the Indonesian people, because they don't like to be touched in a head. So that's why that's it. I think for politeness, and we can discuss it more in a question and answer session, and maybe Indonesian students can give more how to be polite in Indonesia, okay? Or other participants from Indonesia will give more ways to be polite in Indonesia. Okay, thank you, Miss Nina.
Okay, thank you, Pak Yopi, for the presentation. Now we've come to the discussion session. Dear participants, dear students, if you have some questions to ask to Pak Royhan, Pak Hendra, and also Pak Yopi, you can use the raise hand feature, and you can also use the chat box and type your questions there. Or maybe some students from Uzbekistan. Is there any of you who wants to share with us here in Indonesia about a little bit about politeness in Uzbekistan? Previously, Pak Yopi has mentioned a little bit about how to address your teachers or your lecturers. Here in Indonesia, we have to put we have to address our lecturers by using the word Pak or Bapak before we mentioning their names. For example, we have Pak Yopi here. So if you meet him somewhere, you can say, hello, Pak Yopi, hello, Bapak Yopi. You cannot say, hi, Yopi, it's because it's considered impolite here in Indonesia. And he has given us many other examples on politeness in Indonesian context. And Pak Hendra previously also has presented how Indonesian people, their position and their level in the context of digital literacy, the definition of digital literacy, what is meant by digital literacy, and what is involved to be digitally literate, and many things. So if you have some questions, if you are curious about many things related to the topics, feel free to ask both speakers. Okay. Is there any? Okay, anyone? We're still inviting questions.
So in the chat box, we call them Ustas.
Oh yeah.
Ustas Nina.
Ustas Nina. Oh, Zuhra, Miss Zuhra. Okay, Ustas. Is it for male maybe?
Is it for male or
for male
female?
teachers? Is that right, Miss Zuhra?
It's like Ustad in
Indonesia.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, it is for all. Oh, I see.
Oh, I see.
Do you also address Miss Munisa Ustos? Ustos Munisa?
No, it means teacher.
Oh,
Okay. I see.
Yeah. Ustadah, yeah, here. Okay, please, questions. Anyone? Oh yeah, I'm curious about one thing, Pak Hendra. As you know that, we know that many Indonesian people are still easily, they can easily believe in hoax. Is there any institution or is there any community that concerns on, overcoming the spread of hoax in Indonesia?
Yeah, it's a very good question for me. The institution is in government or information. Indonesian government is Kementerian Informasi dan Komunikasi or Kominfo, ya. The Ministry of Information and Communication in Indonesia. That we need to know about the digital ethics, about the hoax, ya. Hoax is disinformation. The other term is hoax, or what is it? Fake news, yeah. Is disinformation, and we need to have digital ethics. Digital ethics means not using technology to cheat, to make hoax, to make fake news, or some what is it, ridiculous. Becoming digitally literate people or digital ethics help us to use internet or ICT properly, developing a critical eye for accurate information and respect for other people, creative works, or what is it, opinion in information sphere. And the massive penetration of ICT in socio-cultural in Indonesia has generated virtual societies whose citizens are digital natives and immigrants. Have you heard about digital native and digital immigrants? Maybe all of digital natives and digital immigrant. Digital immigrant is baby boomers, our fathers, our grandfathers, and so on. But digital natives is now is us from here. Yeah, this is us. Thank you.
Okay. Oh, sir, we have 3 students here who have raised their hands. The first one, we have Anis Parcella. Could you please turn on your video?
Yes, Miss.
Okay.
Okay. My question is, in what level is Indonesia in digital literacy level, and how is it compared to other countries, particularly in Southeast Asia?
Okay, can I answer the question, or?
Oh yeah, you can answer the question.
Okay, thank you, Miss Nina. Ya, ini what's it? Anis ya?
Anis.
Anis Baswedan. Oh, Anis Marcella. Okay, Miss ya, or Mbak ya.
Mbak.
Yeah. Pak Yofi is teach us called Mbak Anis Marcella. Yeah. If you have the question about the compare in our region in South Asia, East Asia, I have some research now about the digital literacy compares between Malaysia, Thailand, and Indonesia. But eventually, it's not the end to compare, Anis, because we can imagine this storytelling environment, digital environment. We call it digital epos, yeah, digital epos, digital sphere, ruang digital, yeah, digital sphere. We have in Indonesia we have a special character for this, and the digital. Some people in Indonesia, Thailand, or maybe Uzbekistan have a digital identities character, and that is everyone export to internet, living the virtual life. Yeah, and in this scenario, the role of digital literacy becomes strategic. Yeah, this becomes strategic, especially in digital literacy level. Yeah, because this strategies it allows to express yourself in social environment and to access the information. And digital literacy should also support you, support us here to self-determination of digital culture, and fostering the right behavior and ethic, not only technology, not only technology, because the technology just only infrastructure or only tools. The main is ethic, the pupil or brainware, not only software, not only hardware. Yeah, there's fostering the right behavior for you, for the citizen, for the society in the virtual community belonging. And the level of Indonesia is depend on, because there is no current research about this, and I compare Thailand, Malaysia, and Indonesia. I will maybe present to you if the research will be end. Okay, this is my information I want to share to Unas Situbondo with from Ibu Nina, maybe for you, Anis.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, sure. Okay, Anis, does it answer your question?
Yes, Miss. Thank you. Thank you,
Okay.
sir.
Thank you. Now we go to the second question from Akil. Akil, could you please turn on your camera? Akil?
Yes, Miss.
Okay. Yes.
What I want to ask is only about the politeness. Politeness is one of its kind of an attitude of someone. So what I want to ask that is the attitude in some area can influence the culture in that area. Maybe it's bringing the changing on the existence of the culture.
Okay, this is about the culture, yeah, in each area. Okay.
Yes, Miss.
To Pak Hendra. Okay.
Miss Nina.
Is networks is all going to trouble maybe in Miss Nina?
I don't know. Maybe. Okay, Miss Nina. Hello.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, someone was coming, so I had to open the door. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Pak Hendra, did you get the question?
I maybe you can say again.
Okay, Akil, could you please repeat your question?
Just repeat it.
Actually, I asked to Mr. Yopi because it about
I
the
see.
politeness itself.
Politeness. Yeah. Oh, yeah, could you please repeat the question?
I asked that is the attitude of someone in some area that influence the existence of the culture in the area.
Okay. Does someone's attitude influence the culture?
Yes, Miss.
Is that what you want to ask? Okay. So the question is for Pak Yopi.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you for the questions, Ahmad Akil. And I want to say that culture can influence the language. A language can influence the culture. And then a language also influence the attitude. Okay, the attitude is influenced by many things, because of the culture, because of the ethnography, because of educations, because of the environment also. For example, I'll give one example. Attitude is shaped by the culture. Attitude shaped by the culture. For example, in Java, for Japanese people, if you want to say something to elderly people, you use the highest level of the language of Japanese. So the culture of the Javanese people here will shape the attitude of Javanese people. So if they appreciate elderly people with saying in the highest level of the language of Javanese, and then they respect to other people. So of course, what your question is, my answer is, of course, the attitude is shaped by the culture. Okay. So it is. You got the point, Ahmad Akil?
Yeah, yes, sir. I got your point.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for the answer, sir.
Yeah, so the attitude is influenced by the culture. Yeah, so it's not the culture that is influenced by the attitudes of someone, but it's the opposite.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Next, let's move to the chat box. We have a question from Cindy. Hello, I have a question for Mr. Hendra. How should Indonesian people play a role in the development of this digital literacy? Okay, what can we do to develop the digital literacy? Okay.
Okay, thank you, Nina, and a very good question from the participant. Yeah, from India. So in the current era in Indonesia or globally, not only in Indonesia, the world of education, especially face challenges of how to design learning by using digital media, especially in pandemic, with the intention to improve the instructional quality and students' competencies. Maybe if you ask me, what is the role? It's very many roles for you students, especially in this field or topic. Digital media, you have to make some content, positive content, to reduce negative content. So please make a positive content every day your life. Firstly, you have Instagram. Please share the positively of you, your prestige, not your what is it, protest, not your what is it, what is this in Indonesia is galau, but in English is maybe a very what is it? It's not good condition of you. It's don't be shared to other people. Please make digital content positively, and media very important in this today, especially in your life and education. Since you have the technology can help you present material by contextually, visually, interestingly, and interactively. The present your life was aimed to identifying yourself in your daily life in the technology, especially in social media, in digital sphere, and the perception of the people of you is very positive. Because digital literacy as a learning resource for you, for people. This is my answer. Thank you.
Okay, Cindy, is that enough? Does it answer the question?
Yes, Miss. Thank you so much for the answer, sir.
Okay. We've got another student here, Putri Dianggrayani. She's raising
yes,
her hand.
Miss.
Okay.
I want to ask to Mr. Yopi.
Okay, could you please turn on your video? Turn on the camera, okay.
Okay. My question is, in my social life, I often meet students who do bad words, and this is considered normal for the millennial generation. So how to develop politeness in young people? Thank you, Miss.
Okay, thank you for the question, Putri.
Okay, thank you for the questions. How to develop politeness? Okay. politeness depends on the context. So you and your friends, for example, you say, I give one word, Cok, okay, for Surabayan people. They call his friend maybe with, hey, Cok. This is polite for them. This is not impolite. I think this is polite for them, because the context of the politeness is between one and between the community of the language users. So it is polite. So if you want to level up the politeness in Indonesia, you know, when I was in a junior high school, when I was in a elementary school at that time, when I came to school, and then I take my teacher's hands, and I said, good morning, Bu, and then Pa, and then we take his hand or her hand, and then we sometimes when we pass the teachers, we said, excuse me, Bu, excuse me, Pa. I feel that that culture is decreased now. I met with some students at the campus, and then I sit there, and then one of students passed me, and then he just passed it, and then no say excuse me, no say hello, or yes, they say nothing. They do not do nothing, and then they just pass it, and then without any permission, or showing politeness. So how to level up? We have to make like what I experienced when I was in a elementary school at that time. So we respect to teachers, respect to elderly people, and then we what's that, to communicate with, we learn about how to polite in a language, and then in the social media, for example, we have to educate the Indonesian people with how to say in a polite language, and then we have to know we have to know the society, or of the people who say that in a social media in a bad word here. We educate them, and then if you have educated them, but they still have they still use a bad word to say in a social media, we have to warn them that now we have law for ITA, information technology information law. So we have to educate them that to say in a bad, if you say in a bad words, you can get the punishment, and then we have to educate them. So that's the way to level up the politeness in a social media. Okay, and then how to level up the politeness in a social environment. Okay, that's I think my opinion.
So it depends on how close we are with
Yeah,
our
how
friends.
close we are. Okay.
Okay, thanks. So we go to the next question on the chat box. Okay, from Dinda, Dinda, do you want to read your own question?
Yes, may I read my question?
Yes, please.
Maybe this question is for Mr. Hendra. What has been done by Indonesian government to level up Indonesian digital literacy level? Thank you.
Okay, Dinda, I will answer your question. It's very nice question, Dinda. As I know, this year, 2021, this year, the Ministry of Communication and Informatics of Republic of Indonesia state that it aimed to reach 12 million participants in the development of basic digital skill through the national movement digital cyber skill literacy. Have you heard Gerakan Nasional Literasi Digital Cyber Kreasi? Have you heard? This is have you heard? Apakah pernah mendengar nama Gerakan Nasional Literasi Digital atau Cyber Kreasi?
Not yet.
Okay, this is movement. Yes, some movement. Our minister, have built, Gerakan Nasional Literasi Digital or Cyber Kreasi. Terus 100 participant is in this year in installing to mid-level digital skill through the digital talent scholarship or digital talent scholarship is DTS, and 300 participants in imparting, as I know, advanced digital skill through the digital talent scholarship in Jakarta or all of Indonesia. And we have to notice that if the digital literacy, as I mentioned in my slide, digital literacy should be seen as series of situated practices. For example, knowledge situation in socio-cultural context of society in Indonesia, which includes social order and self-development. Not only technology, not only computer, but depend on new cultural, we call it digital culture. This is my answer for Dinda. If you have a question again, please say again.
Thank you, Mr. for the answer.
You're welcome.
Okay. Students from Uzbekistan, do you want to ask questions to Bapak Hendra and Bapak Yopi? Or maybe do you want to share some things about politeness in Uzbekistan? Okay, you are very welcome to share with us. Okay.
Yeah, I should say addition my answer, Miss Nina. For Dinda, yeah. As we know that the National Digital Literacy Movement or Gerakan Digital Literasi Digital in Indonesia, aims to recognize the dynamic of digital era, which are critical for the public to understand, to use the digital gadget or digital culture and by properly and optimally. So our minister or our government, Minister of Communication and Informatics, have collaboration with local government or pemerintah daerah in province and city and the district or kabupaten with the National Cyber Creative Literacy Movement, and many much institution, maybe 110 institution and community organization has resulted up to good result in this movement, and these activities promoting the 4 pillars of the curriculum of digital literacy module. We have now digital literacy module in our curriculum. We call it cyber kreasi. Maybe in Situbondo or in Uzbekistan, or maybe collaboration about make some digital skill or a digital module or digital literacy module for the e-learning for the student. This is my addition information.
Okay, we because of the internet, we know that the digital native, we have to be able to mingle with the digital natives. So here in our faculty, we have, what is it? We have a little bit of revision in our curriculum, and we add one course entitled Cyber Culture, and it will be implemented next year, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it will focus on discussing how Indonesian people, I mean the culture of Indonesian people when they are online, particularly on social media. Yeah, maybe Pak Hendra will be willing to be a guest lecturer next year.
Yeah, inshallah. Because the number of internet user in Indonesia has increased significantly in recent years. Between 2019 to 2021, internet use increased 45%. You know, 45%, 45% in Indonesia. And this is a statistic from Indonesia, while the greatest increase comes from people living in urban areas, not in the city, but urban areas, where the number of users increased 53%. In rural areas have also experienced to steady rise, increase by 31%. This is the new information from APJI, Asosiasi Penyelenggara Jaringan Internet Indonesia.
Okay. Next question, please. Oh yeah, somebody text me on WhatsApp, Pak Hendra. He's struggling with his internet connection, and he sends me his question. May I read his question?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, where is it? Okay, how is the characteristic of Indonesians in seeing hoax? Okay, maybe he wants to know how Indonesians, most Indonesians react to hoax. I think the answer can be based on the research. Yes.
Okay, I want to answer the question. Thank you for the question. So we should be noticed about the information. Information is not only syntax. It's not only what is not only send some text, some a character text to your handphone, to your mobile phone, or to your computer. But information is structured data, well formed, yeah, and many very have meaningful as semantic information. We call it semantic information, and the data must also be true. Yeah, information not all of information is true, but information encourage the truth. Yeah, this is the underline. Please, if the truth, you gain the knowledge, you gain the good knowledge. If you gain the good knowledge, you gain the wisdom. This is the underline. So information is the material of the wisdom. This is actually, yeah. And Indonesian people very distraction for the disinformation, or we call it disinformasi. Disinformation is name of a scientific name from the hoax or fake news, and this is very intentional. It's very highly in Indonesia, and in the untrue information or factual data, the lost data is very extremely distraction in Indonesia, because our government should be encourage the policy about the how to use perlindungan data pribadi.
Protection.
Yeah, protection. Personal data protection is we have no regulation about this now. Yeah, this is only draft. Yeah, until today it's only draft. Yeah, we should be encouraged our government to make some special regulation about the protection the personal data, because the example is very simple. You if you buy some credit or phones, pulsa telepon in the counter in the your number is a very very vulnerable about to share each other. Yeah. And your data is very to sell to other people. And I believe you have some experience about pinjaman online. Tiba-tiba datang di WA Anda atau di SMS Anda ada pinjaman online. Dari mana tahu nomor itu? Ya, itulah yang menjadi pertanyaan besar di Indonesia. Bagaimana hal itu bisa dilindungi? Karena this is about privacy. It's not only mobile phone, not only just only information, but this is your data privacy. Yeah. Nah, in digital literacy, we should be counter the hoax, the disinformation, including the how to evaluate all of information for everyday life with critical thinking and ethical. This is my answer. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir. Okay, so the issue of online loans institutions is increasing nowadays. Yeah, more people have become the victims of illegal online loan institution. Okay, is there any Is there any what have been done by the government to overcome this problem, sir? As you know that last month, if I'm not mistaken, a friend of my husband was one of the victims. The first time she needed about 1 million, and she had to pay back the money 10 or 20 million rupiahs. It's double, it's multiple. Yeah, what have been done by the government, sir?
Yeah, our government have undang-undang IT, electronic transaction of information, yeah, and we have Freedom Open of Information Act, or Indonesia is Keterbukaan Information Public, yeah, number 14 2008. We have this regulation, but it's not enough, because we don't have personal data privacy to regulation, and this is very basic, yeah, very basic, personal, individual, not only organization but personal, all of society, not only public government, public institution in our government. Because that digital literacy support individuals from our minister to learn effectively, to explore other skill, including accessing to and updating knowledge and information, and can be a solution to fix problem in digital society. We should have some regulation about perlindungan data pribadi. That is my answer. Not only organization.
Okay. We also know that in social media, maybe this question is for Pak Yopi. Yeah, because of internet is free, everything is free. As netizens, we can say anything that we like in social media, on Instagram, on Facebook, even to people who we don't really know, to strangers, to celebrities. We can say any comment that we like. Hate speech is everywhere, and bad comments are everywhere. What do you think about that, Pak Yopi? How do you relate that with our level of politeness?
Well, I did some research about comment of politeness to Jokowi speech using English. I analyze the intentions of the netizens, and then how they use the words. For example, most of them use hate speech. Most of them use hate speech, and then some of them appreciate what Jokowi's done at the time when Jokowi used the English to in speech. And then the analysis show that negative comment is dominating the comment in the comment box in the YouTube, and then it's about 65% of the comments using negative comment to Jokowi speech, and then 35% saying positive. At that time, most of them to educate Indonesian people to comment in a chat box or the in a YouTube, and then in a YouTube or in a Instagram or any social media, we have to make a special education or special subject in a language, or politeness is one of them. And then I also watch on the televisions that Indonesia is the lowest level in I have seen it in this morning that most Indonesian people so sorry because of azan here.
Oh, okay, we have to stop for a while. Okay, 2 minutes maybe.
Well, okay, I will continue. I saw on YouTube that Indonesian is in the lowest level of netizens politeness in the world, because I don't know, because of the educations or what happened, I don't know. The highest level, or the highest, is positioned by a country like Holland. Holland is the first, and then the second one is Singapore, for the Asian people, for Asian countries, and then US also, and they have a good comment. They have positive comment. No hoax. No. It is a small amount of hoax, and then also a small bullying, small amount of bullying, and when it is so different with Indonesian netizens, who mostly netizen in Indonesia have a negative comment, and then whether it is the content is positive, but for example, I give example, the content of Atta have a content, for example, the content is positive, but the comment, most comment here is negative. I don't know, because this is Mr. Hendra's job to educate Indonesian people. Maybe it is related to literacy, digital literacy, I think. So we have responsibilities also, because we are teachers and we are lecturers, to teach our students, especially for especially language. I mean, Faculty of Letters here, as a lecturers who lecture about language, about how to communicate with other people, how to communicate, or in a digital areas, and then how to communicate with society. So we have to know, we have to educate our students. So that's what we can do as a lecturers, I think. And maybe we can share to our social media about the risk of use of hate speech, the risk of use hoax. Maybe that's the way to level up, or the way to decrease hoax and hate speech in a comment, in the netizen comment, I think.
Okay, and we have that kind of UU-ITE.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, for those people who spread the hate speech.
Yeah.
Okay, we still have one more question. I think this will be the last, because it's almost 3 p.m. Okay, Alvin, okay, could you please turn on your camera?
Okay, excuse me, Miss.
Yeah.
May I ask a question?
Yes, please.
Okay, I have a question to Mr. Muhammad Roshihan. Okay, we know that because of the COVID pandemic, we have to transform to be digital society. Everything is done online. However, it brings us negative impact, such as youngsters who become to be more antisocial and addicted to internet. And my question is, what do you think about this issue? Thank you. This is my question.
Okay. Am I audible? Can you hear me?
Okay.
Okay.
Alvin.
Okay, I will answer the question from Alpin, Mas Alpin. Yeah, my opinion is this is very high level critical engagement with the internet. Also represent a significant vulnerability for the Indonesian civil society, such as large and active number of users classified as having a low digital literacy index. Hoaxes, scams, digital bullying or cyberbullying, and the like could easily proliferate in Indonesia without further intervention from all of us, not only government, from family, from our college, from our teacher, from our government, and all of us, should be encourage this situation. And the key problem is here is digital literacy, which government policy can help to solve. From a security perspective, a large internet using population in Indonesia with low digital literacy skills carries this very huge risk. Sangat beresiko tinggi, pengguna internet banyak tapi digital literacy skill-nya tidak ada. It's very huge risk. I mentioned it. And because these people having little understanding of personal data protection, among other things, they are very vulnerable to hoaxes, scams, cyberbullying that could be make a negative effect to Indonesia significantly, and also have a very higher chance of being drawn into hate speech by fake news or hoaxes. And the Indonesian government now seems to be aware of this situation. Thus recently launched the National Digital Literacy Program in this May, in this year. And the National Digital Literacy Program is built on 4 pillars. The one is digital media culture, the second is safety, and the third one is ethic, and the last one is competence. This is the program of our government about the digital literacy now. And however, this program can solve this issue alone, not only government alone, and must be part. We must be a part of a clear and strategic long-term plan for Indonesian better. This is my answer and opinion. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Pak Hendra. Okay, Alvin.
Yes, miss.
Yeah. Are you happy? Are you satisfied with the answer?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Thank you, Mr. Muhammad.
Hendra, okay. Okay, class, it's almost 3 p.m. So I think we have to call it a day. And as usual, before we end the session, we will have the photo session. Please turn on your camera. Okay, silakan dinyalakan kameranya. Turn on the camera, please. Oh, we only have one slide. Okay, everyone, please turn on your camera. We will take the screenshot. Okay, thank you. Okay, students, don't forget to fill out the attendance form on the link. As usual, it's already on the chat box. Okay, thank you for joining us. Thank you, Pak Hendra. Thank you, Pak Yopi. And thank you, Miss Munisa. Thank you, students, dear students. Yeah, it's been a pleasure to have you all with us for this 6 days, for the whole 6 days. And about the certificates, we will send you the certificates after we settle with some issues here. Oh yeah, Miss Munisa, I'm sorry, Pak Yusuf cannot be with us today because he is away. It's a family occasion, I think. Yeah, do you have something to say before we end the session?